Welcome out to this beautiful new building that we'll be talking about here on Bryan in Focus, here on BMU. And I've got Todd and Justin Schlachter. And you guys, we were standing here about a year ago maybe, outside for a groundbreaking ceremony for this amazing building. And let's talk a little bit about what you guys have developed here. It's pretty amazing. I'll start with you.
You want to go or you want me to?
I'll start. You can fill in. We moved into town from a 12,000 square foot facility to a 24,000 square foot facility. We came out of 1,500 square foot office to 5,000 square foot office. Everybody has room to move and breathe and have private conversations. We've been able to increase our employees by a couple. We're up to about 52 employees now with all locations, and it's great to be here.
Now you guys have 3 businesses that run under this roof. Talk a little bit about each of those and what they do.
So the first one we started in 1999 is S&S Directional Boring, and that was the original business that Dad and I started. And so we grew that, and we still run it today. In 2007, we started Advanced Rehabilitation, and so everything we do is in what we call the trenchless technology industry. So that industry is anything that is water and wastewater connected primarily. And then we do things trenchlessly, so we're not conventional open cut contractors. So we started S&S, grew, wanted to diversify, started Advanced Rehabilitation. And then as things progressed, we ended up developing our own supply chain for our installation for our polyureas and polyurethanes when we developed OBIC product line in 2017.
So just continuing going, continuing investing in Bryan and Northwest Ohio. And this building is really amazing. If you we'll take a look around it. But you guys actually have space here that others can use. And talk a little bit about why you did that and what you hope to see.
So we thought it'd be a real waste if we put in a beautiful conference room just for ourselves to have a couple conferences a year, a couple training sessions a year. But when we looked around, if you want to find space locally, it's hard to find a big space for large groups that want to do training or educational days or just off-site work sessions between their employees and their team. So we overbuilt on purpose for a training room and made a very technologically advanced room in there so that it could be a blessing to the community. And then we also overbuilt the facility. So we have an extra 24,000 square feet that is sitting empty on the west side of the property that we look for it to be an incubator space to help small businesses grow. There's a lot of widget builders out there that just need space. They've overgrown their barn or their garage where they're started. And so, again, when we looked around, there's just not a lot available in the community and in Northwest Ohio as a whole. And we thought it was a good time to invest in Bryan and grow the community and hopefully grow some other businesses and help walk with them if they need it.
The idea would be that somebody wants to start a business or has a little bit of business that they've outgrown, they can come here for a little bit of time, get situated, and then maybe move out on their own. And thus you're helping to birth more business here in the community.
That would be the goal.
That's awesome.
So if we could help them grow, I mean, they're more than welcome to stay. We're not asking them to leave. We just want to help them grow and get up to their full potential.
So this building's been in the works now, and what's the future hold for you guys? Are you guys expanding any more because of this or anything like that? Any other businesses, new businesses coming?
Within 3 to 5 years, we'd like to start manufacturing the chemicals locally as opposed to buying them off from another manufacturer.
That's awesome. So why Bryan?
Well, we're born and raised here. We're entrenched in the community. My kids go to school here. I grew up here. Dad grew up here. It's a good facility, a good place to grow and build from. We think that there's good potential in this town, and we think that it just needs a little spurring along, and we hope to be able to help do that.
That's awesome. I have to ask you about the bike on the wall in the conference room. And
we had to go to the bike, didn't we?
We went to the bike. So talk a little bit about that bike, and then I want to ask you about the word grit, because that's also there. So whichever one you want to take first.
So grit's what we had to be since the beginning. In the beginning, we've been plowing the road ourselves all along. So when we started in 1999, we obviously had help with the bank, but all along it's been us just swinging for the fence all the time. And so I think you just got to be gritty in business. And in the last year, everybody has had to pivot. And fortunately for us, we didn't really pivot. We just dug deeper and harder. And so that's what we've had to do. And so then the bike. The bike is what I started with in business back in the, I don't know, 90s.
Yeah, the early
I don't-
90s. You were about
10
12.
to 12 years old, I started mowing yards in town, and I started over by Party Pack, and my grandfather built a trailer for me that I pulled behind my bike. And I went from Party Pack over by Garver Park over to Lincoln School, and in that, I would always take the back roads because I was embarrassed by it. And so it's kind of surreal now to see the bike on the wall in this beautiful facility and to see the growth, the vision, things that it has been able to bloom since the beginning of being a young entrepreneur to that mindset of just going out and trying to grow a business and build for the future.
It's an inspirational story, really. Hard work gets you pretty far in life.
Hard work pays off.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you so much. Best of luck here in the new facility.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for coming out.
1, 2, 3.